afternoon, boys and ghouls, creeps and ladies. How you all doing today? You're here for a very spooky edition of the West Coast POPcast. We've got Zach over here with the badass filter. Zach, how you doing?
Oh no, is the man silent?
Yep, he's just like he's got the black and white filter, but he's got silent films.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Well, your boy, the El Campeón del Mundo of the West Coast Pop is here. I'll have my screen on in just a sec, but damn, shout out to Eric for this layout, man. This is really dope.
Thank you. Zach, are you finding me in the talkies yet?
I'm good. Yes, I have moved up from the Chaplin era.
How are you doing this week?
I'm good. It's Halloween, and I love Halloween so much.
Very nice.
I don't love Halloween Kills that much, but I love Halloween so much.
You didn't love it so much?
When the best scene involves a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, it's not a great movie.
Oh no,
man, that's a shame. Well, let's get into the show. Thank you guys for waiting. Sorry we're late. I had a few things I had to do with the stream, but we're gonna go right ahead to the scariest thing that can happen in professional wrestling: Monday Night Raw. Zach, what's going on what used to be the flagship show?
Oh man, it was Raw. It was Raw. There's really nothing to talk about. A few notes. New music for Damian Priest, new entrance. He no longer has to lug that heavy bow and arrow to the ring. Carmella got new music, and Bearcat Lee got new music as well. If you want to go back and do anything with Monday Night Raw besides throw in the trash, watch the 4-person ladder match at the very end, the main event to find out the number one contender. Obviously, is Seth Rollins, McFarlane, but he beat Finn Balor, KO, and Rey Mysterio. That was a really fun match, and I wish Raw would do more of that. But Queen Zelina has arrived.
Yes, the Queen is here. I love this gimmick for her.
Yeah,
nice.
And it's even funnier if you want to check this out, Eric. She has a British accent as a queen, and she doesn't, and then she does, and then she doesn't. I love it.
Yeah, she's gonna kill this. How do you feel about Damian Priest just running through T-Bar, man, like it's nobody's business? That was pretty bad. He got put down, man. Like, he tweeted something about like coming back, or I don't know. He's in a bad spot.
That's a shame.
He's doing the Dijakovic stuff too, and
yeah,
I don't know.
That's a shame.
I should care with this match. That's the issue. Like, it should be like, oh man, that'd be a great matchup. But,
right.
You know,
I don't get how you waste your talent like that. Like, you should just put him and Keith Lee together, and everyone's gonna tune in.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, he's good.
Here's the thing about Raw too, though. What that was good, positive. They had a lot of matches and a lot of talent on the show. It wasn't the same old 3 matches take up 2 hours. It was a lot of the roster on. They really showcased the roster in this episode. So season premiere of Raw.
That's good.
Nice. Alrighty. Let's head over to NXT 3.0. Nice and colorful, bright. Halloween Havoc, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. I remember, let's see, that Toxic Attraction, they finally fulfilled their golden destiny. They are all champions. Dakota Kai makes her return. Zach, do you think Dakota Kai is a good move for her being back in NXT 2.0? Is this going to matter at all?
I don't know. She might be just there for helping the newer talent over, because Gonzalez has a dark match before SmackDown, and I think she's getting called up. I know Vince loves her.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
NXT was really good. I liked my boy Solo Sikoa making his debut and running through. I think, who's that guy's name? Is it Grayson? Not
Grayson Waller.
Yeah, Grayson Waller.
I hate Grayson Waller. I hate this new cast.
But yeah, the last Uso, I did train with him on his first day at Rikishi's school. That is Rikishi's son, Uso's younger brother. He's a cool dude. Samoans are built different. I had a handprint on my shoulder for at least 2 weeks. But shout out to him for making his NXT debut.
Yeah, good on him.
Looks good.
They're probably gonna fast track him, get him in the bloodline.
100%. He looks ready. He's been training at least for, has it been 4 years since I saw him? Yeah.
Yeah.
So solid 4 years from the guy. He's been on the Indies as well.
Good for him.
Nice.
If he does join the bloodline, does that mean Naomi is never joining, or is there still?
No, I think there's still room for her. I mean, she's a woman. She's gonna have her own division to get gold for the group. She's gonna contribute if she joins.
Okay.
And she just tweeted out that she threw away her glow shoes.
Ooh.
After
Wow.
SmackDown. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm all for a new look, man. I'll miss the glow, but if it means a title run, I'll be mad at it.
Yeah. Good on her.
Yeah.
Anything else from NXT stand out for you guys?
A shout out to the Bad Boys, Trick Williams, and Can't Miss Carmelo Hayes. That was a nice look for them. People confuse them with Crime Time. Crime Time is amazing, but that's not the Crime Time look. That is Bad Boys. People get your moves right. Come on, man. Come on. Besides that, Io Shirai took probably one of the worst bumps of the year. This was a crazy bump from the ladder.
That was crazy.
Sheesh. Yeah. Shout out to Toxic Attraction, like you said. Mandy has finally found her final boss form. This is a good run for her. Mm-hmm. Besides that, anything from Did you see Tony D'Angelo this week, Zach? I don't know if I saw him this week.
He was in the back at the cast party or / catering where they had costumes on.
And Braun Breaker didn't win this week, but I think he's going to get the gold in the next year. He's accelerating at a super quick rate.
Yeah,
I agree.
Everyone.
Let me get your. Oh, go ahead, Eric.
Oh, I was just gonna say, everyone is saying that this is like the first step of him taking over NXT 2.0. Like this is the start of his era. So,
I agree.
Yeah.
That Brock 2.0 that they have. What's his name? He's had like 3 name changes already.
Garland.
Yeah, Garland.
So he comes out with Gacy, and I don't dig this at all. I don't know what you guys think. He was supposed to be the next hot prospect, and now they're giving him this. I don't know.
Oh. I think this just shows that WWE is or Vince is just out of touch. Like they really overcomplicated this kid.
You really did.
It's a damn shame. Just let him come out and beat people and be Brock. Like I hate to rinse and repeat, but give that a shot.
Right. Yeah, that's a shame.
Before we head over to AEW, real quick shout outs in the chat. Primetime, how are you doing? Supersonic X, how are you doing? And Primetime asks, is EO injured? And also happy Halloween. I don't believe she's injured.
No, I think it's just a bad bump.
Yeah. I think WWE kept showing it over and over, so they usually don't do that when it's a real injury.
Yeah.
So she's good. All right. Anything else from NXT before we head over to Dynamite?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. All right. AEW, Dynamite. What happened over here, Locke? What's going on Wednesday nights?
Some big things happen on Dynamite, of course. But before we get to Dynamite, man, we're not going to skip over AEW Dark. We had the Samoan Lion, man. What if you guys haven't seen this guy, man, he had a great match against FTR, good showing. Of course they lost, but he had a great showing on Dark. Definitely check that out, man. But besides that, I thought Dynamite was amazing. Eric, did you catch the Super Elites their entrance?
I still haven't seen the entrance. I just keep seeing bits and pieces of the match, and like Brandon Cutler tied up and Hangman taking off the head.
Yeah, it's some great stuff there. Cody got his win back against Malachi. It was a really good match. He's still getting booed, but I think he's starting to win some people over at least. Jungle Boy gets destroyed by the Elite. They throw him off the stage into a table. He took a really crazy dive. He was almost like fully straight head first into there. Besides that, they set up Punk versus Bobby Fish. Who else is in there for this Dynamite? Was this this was probably last week.
Bobby Fish.
That's what I meant. Punk versus Bobby Fish. Sorry, not the setup. Solid match. I love Bobby Fish's theme song. I like that he's getting used. I still want to see Daniel Garcia and some of the 2.0 get back. It's kind of like they debuted a few people, put them up for a few weeks, and they kind of disappeared a little bit. But good showing from them. And I think I'll get to Hikaru Shida later because I think that was Rampage. But what do you think about Dynamite, Zach?
I didn't like it as much as you do, but I didn't hate it. I thought the Punk Fish match was very good for Bobby Fish, not so good for CM Punk because he does need to pick up the pace. Sammy versus Ethan, I don't know why I didn't care about this match one bit. I don't know what it was about it. I was actually really excited for it, and about halfway point, I got up and got a snack. Sheeta indeed, man. I like that. That was a good look. And also the the Dark Order thing. So the Dark Order, guess we lost Knock for a second.
Screwed up our screens.
The Dark Order thing wasn't supposed to happen with that. It was supposed to be a Squid Games thing, but TNT said no. Just like a lot of schools are saying no to Squid Game costumes. So I will say this: at the last minute, very, very good pivot from the Super Ultra Mega Elite. That was very well done. Everything was done in like 2 to 3 hours right before the live show. Costumes getting song made, everything.
Nice. Yeah, I'll give it to them. I mean, I respect them for asking about Squid Games, but I could definitely see why they said no. I mean, they can't smoke on TV. They can't apparently do pizza cutters, so I guess play it safe. But what did you think about Cody beating Malachi? Was that the right call? Getting his win back eventually?
I know that's what they want for the storyline. I guess it would work if Cody wasn't getting booed, but I just don't like the alliance of Malachi and Andrade. I think both of them would be better separately. I still need to see bigger stuff from both of them. And Malachi is hot as shit right now, man. Why put him with someone right away?
Right. Yeah, interesting choice. Also, I just don't like that Andrade is so busy looking for partners. Like, why is he not strong enough to be on by himself? First, he's trying to get the Lucha Bros, and now he's trying to get Malachi. It's weird.
Right.
I apologize, by the way, for anyone watching. The cameras are all skewed because Knock has to rejoin, and I'm not going to change them because when he rejoins, it'll fix itself. So right now, enjoy seeing just Zach's head and the top of mine. But yeah, you have anything else to say about AEW before we go on, Zach?
That's about it.
All right. Out of curiosity, have you watched anything from NXT UK? Just because I have it in my lineup.
I don't. Again, I forget about it. I just don't see it advertised enough for me to remember to go onto Peacock.
Same. Which we really should, because, I mean, soon it's going to go away at some point. At some point, WWE's going to pull the plug. But how about Ring of Honor? How about Ring of Honor?
Ring of Honor, it was good, and it's going to go away, just like my other show, NXT.
Yeah.
Whatever. Man, I'm just sad. Homicide took a loss to Jay Lethal. Dickinson and Brody King beat Gresham and Williams, and Tony Deppen beat Rhett Titus. Just 3 good wrestling matches. It's exactly what I like to end my night on Friday nights, and I only got about 6 more weeks of that left.
Oh, man. That's a damn shame. I still have faith they'll come back better, but it's going to be tough seeing them not in the lineup for a while.
Yep.
All right. We can skip Impact because our Impact specialist is not here. AEW Rampage. Do you have anything you want to say about Rampage, or do you want to just tell people to go to the stream? It's up to you.
Check out the stream if you want all of our comments on the matches. Eric and I did it Friday night, and thank you all for joining us. We did Primetime. I saw you there. It's a lot of fun on Friday nights. I just would like to get everyone's thoughts on the main event. That was disgusting. It was awesomely disgusting. I haven't seen. I don't know. It was just that should have been the main event of Dynamite, in my opinion.
It should have been. They I don't know why they keep dropping the ball with Britt. Like, they do almost the bare minimum, but so you could do so much more with her, and she would be the best woman on the planet if you do more.
Right.
I don't know. It's a great main event. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And if you want to have some company while you watch it, watch the Rampage live stream. Great show. Get some Nintendo power in your life. Jolly good show. I believe that's the week in review, unless I'm missing something.
You're missing the B show for WWE SmackDown.
That's right. That is right. Because I skipped over it, went straight to Rampage. What's going on with SmackDown?
So here's the deal. I didn't know baseball was on. Neither did my DVR, so it did not record on FS1, so I missed the first hour. And to quote Pat McAfee, baseball's stupid. We'll be back on Fox next week. I do know Charlotte and Shotzi had a run around. Banks was out there, and Shotzi turned heel on Banks. What do you think about that, Eric?
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen her as a heel in WWE.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh man, that's scary. That's very scary to just throw someone into a new role as they get called up. But you know what? As long as she's being featured on TV, I'll take it. I'm interested to see what she does. No more Tank, I guess, but oh well.
Yeah, I do like that it takes away Sasha from Charlotte.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. But I was in time to catch the Raw rebound on SmackDown, so that was fucking PTSD. Thank you for having a 3-minute Raw rebound. What do we catch here? Corbin Moss beat Boogs and Shinsuke. Baszler took out Naomi due to a very fast count from the special guest referee, Sonya Deville. And really, New Day beat the Usos and in the main event, and it was just it was fine from what I saw. Maybe there's some more build up beforehand, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. I mean, I'm never gonna complain about New Day versus Usos, but it's not New Day versus Usos. It's Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods versus Usos. It's Speed Force, as they call themselves. Yeah. I really hated this draft just for the fact that I had so much hopes on them being put back together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get why they just can't have him be champion and be together, but whatever. But we'll see what they do. I'm sure that'll probably be something to check out over the next coming weeks. SmackDown looks like it has a very good lineup, good reason to follow. Finn Balor do anything this episode? Oh no, he's on Raw. That's right.
Yeah. He's on.
We're on Raw. All right. Heading over to the chat real quick. Supersonic X, referring to I forgot his name already. Unfortunately, Locke isn't here, but the guy who he said should be like Brock Lesnar. He says WWE doesn't want him to be like Brock Lesnar. They could be going for something new. The Elite were supposed to be Ninja Turtles. I would not have hated that.
I would have loved it. But then, what are you going to have, Cutler or Shredder?
Definitely can't be Casey. Not cool enough. Andrade and Malachi have one thing in common. They're with Zelina Vega. Fair enough. That's that's
True.
Interesting. I didn't think about that. Rest in peace, Ring of Honor. And the main event was underwhelming. It's like everyone likes Britt Baker, but AEW continues dropping the ball. Yeah, I think AEW definitely drops the ball on her. They could definitely do a lot more.
Yep.
And when her title reign is over, we're all going to be saying that they should have done more.
Yep.
And Shotzi Blackheart was never a heel during her time in the Indies.
I do believe you're right. I did follow her before she came into NXT, and yeah, it was always face.
That's interesting. I wish her luck. I keep telling Knock Exact I've been listening to the New Day podcast, and Kofi will every now and then tell a story about how he's always wanted to be heel, but he was just never heel in the Indies, never heel before the New Day, and he had no idea how to do it. His first time doing it, he thought he was awful, but hopefully Shotzi's more of a natural.
Yeah.
All right. So I think, funny enough, the segment you and I have planned, we do need Doc for.
Not come back.
We do need.
We need you.
So I'm going to do what Doc said he was going to do when I asked if he had a segment. I'm going to BS together a segment. Let's do push or shove.
Okay.
And we can take turns just throwing things out because my creativity is not all there right now.
Okay.
Push or shove.
If you want to break really quick, I do have some news and rumors if I can go over.
Oh yeah. It's been so long since we have news and rumors. So
let that mind go. As we discussed on the Rampage live stream, Bray Wyatt was here and the Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank. He was with the guy who helped create the Fiend stuff with Tom Savini. So who knows if he's going to be doing that. And he also tweeted out something about he can tell his story now. So we'll see. Hopefully it's a lot better than Tucky's story of, yeah, also, they didn't use me. Also, they ripped scripts up before start of show. Also, like, yeah, all right, Tucky. But I want to hear what Bray has to say. JR is opening a cannabis farm in Oklahoma.
JR,
good old JR.
Oh, my God. He's, what was it first before? It was Cowboy Shiznit, and then Snoop Dogg came around. He started using some lingo. Man, JR.
He's a changed man.
AEW's changed him for the better.
Marty Scurll is wrestling in Puerto Rico pretty much exclusively. I think we can call this an exile. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Greg Hamilton was released. I didn't really get to pay attention to this while watching SmackDown, but he was released. Um, Very complicated story with this one. Did you hear any of it, Eric?
So I've seen posts where it's like something about he didn't get paid or something. I don't know. I might.
Someone used his voice in a song from an announce that he did.
Right.
I don't know if it was from like whatever. It was from a WWE thing. So he started flipping out on them online, saying they better pay up or else. Like at one point it was at $20,000. He's like, now it's at $30,000. It's going to keep going up, and I can keep getting the WWE lawyers involved in it. It was a big, lengthy, long thing. So he is saying that it was a mutual departure, but I don't think so. I think there's more to it than that's out right now.
Yeah. Okay. So I saw the post, and it just made no sense whatsoever. I'm gonna finally fix our cameras, and I'll just refix them when Knock comes back. So that's a shame because he's a great announcer. I liked him.
Yeah.
I think WWE actually kind of stifled him because he was the only main roster announcer who had the balls to do this match is scheduled for one fall, and then they told him to stop. But that was really cool. I used to love that. That's a shame. I'm gonna miss him. I don't know who they'll replace him with.
I don't know either. Call up Alicia. She's my favorite announcer.
That's true.
Get her that payday. Doudrop thought that her name change was temporary and she would go back to Piper Niven, so we all did. And as we discussed in the chat, Cesaro will be facing Walter on the UK tour, multiple matches.
Very nice. So, so you put out there that this is going to be really big for Cesaro. I guess, do you want to elaborate on that just for...
So from what I read, it's basically Vince wanted Walter before the draft, and he wanted him over. He was one of the big names, that we had Fox and USA kind of gushing over. Walter stood his ground and said, no, I'd rather wrestle at home. And he's basically like the UK Brock Lesnar, but I'm totally fine with that. He wants things done his way and on his terms. He is going to be wrestling over there. So this tour is kind of like supposed to entice Walter to come to the main roster and do more stuff over here. They gave him Cesaro. It's basically between Vince and Walter. Walter picks and chooses who he faces. Vince obviously is the final go ahead on that. And I think this is big for Cesaro because it puts him on a big spotlight, especially in a worldwide spotlight. And I see what you said in the chat. I think this is a big trust thing. I think this is good that a guy like Walter wants Cesaro, and it shows that Vince has trust in Cesaro. But I can also see it be once Vince just using Cesaro to get Walter over there and then discarding him.
Right.
But I think this is a big deal for Cesaro.
I hope so. I sounded pessimistic about it, but I hope it's a big deal. Cesaro deserves...
It's WWE. That's good instinct.
I get why he chose... I mean, I'm sure every wrestler in the world would choose Cesaro if they could. He's that damn good.
Right.
But he was over there for like a short stint, wasn't he? Like NXT UK for like a little bit when they...
I thought so.
Yeah, he was there for a little bit. So I'm sure they didn't get to wrestle each other, but he probably saw him around. So it should be a great match. If anyone out there goes to those shows, I'm not saying record it and put it online because I think that's illegal. But I mean, if you do, then it happens. But yeah, that's gonna be a great match, especially at live events where they can just do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, and I'm almost positive Vince can travel over there.
Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I just got another update from Knock. So, any other news and rumors that you've got? Yeah.
That's about all I got.
That's all you got. I mean, it's a good amount. I honestly have not heard too much this week, so you pretty much hit the hard points. Do you want to make a prediction? Do you think Bray goes to AEW? Because I've been seeing Matt Hardy tweet a lot about him.
Oh, stay away from Matt Hardy. Please stay away from Matt Hardy. Yeah, Matt's really pushing for him. Impact's still trying to push for him. Impact is still trying to push Braun, who they don't officially have. I'd rather see him do something here in Hollywood first.
Right. Yeah, that'd be cool. He could direct, right? Produce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever he wants to do, he's going to succeed in. I just hope it's Gonna make him happy and make him lots of money. He deserves it.
Yep.
All right. Let us go ahead and try this push or shove.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and get you a question. Push or shove. Would you? Everything's going wrong with this stream now. The graphic won't even come up. Push or shove. Bray Wyatt coming back to WWE.
Shove that. I don't think anyone that they fire should go back, unless it's the Samoa Joe situation, and Triple H obviously cannot do that again because that's what brought on NXT 2.0.
Right. Yeah, all this time, I kind of thought of Triple H as like the one guy who can kind of rebel against Vince and get away with it because it made results, but it really did come back to bite him. Like, he lost his whole damn show.
Yeah. Did you hear about what 205 Live was supposed to be? Tony Nese was doing an interview.
No.
He said basically Triple H saw 205 Live as what AEW is. They would have ranking systems. It's supposed to be people that can come and go, kind of. Not all fully contracted by WWE. And it was basically the blueprint that AEW kind of set right there. And once Vince got a hold of him, it was Vince's show, and then Vince didn't want to play with him anymore, so he gave him back to Triple H, and then Triple H saw basically everyone as Vince guys now and not that vision, so he just kind of stayed away from it, and everyone just kind of like let 205 exist, so it still does now. So I don't know who runs it.
I think I wonder if Mick Foley's son is still the head writer. He's just, if he is, that's kind of a sweet gig, because either you can write nothing and get away with it, no one cares.
Right.
Or if you truly care, you are pretty much the head booker of the show.
No coworkers.
That's right. That's a shame. Because there was a short period when like it did go back to Triple H where it was actually good for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like you said, he just kind of stayed away from it. You got any push or shoves you can think of?
Push or shove, NXT seems to be slowly getting rid of all the original talents. Push or shove that. Do you want a new Scrubs cast, or do you just want them to cancel the damn show?
Before I answer, also in the chat, help us out. Ask your push or shoves as we kill for time. I say it's harder. If this were Scrubs, I definitely say burn to the ground. But like, a part of me is like, maybe NXT will get better. Maybe Triple H will come back and fix it. I mean, not the 2.0 is like awful. It's just
right.
It's just the direction it's going. I think eventually we're gonna hit a point where like this is not for us anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna say keep it for right now and just hope that it gets better. But it could easily go the wrong way, especially with the direction of we don't want wrestlers anymore. We want basically supermodels and athletes. It could get scary, but we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know. I think 3 or 4 people that just wrestled this past week are gone.
Yeah. I was actually really surprised Ciampa won. But I think next title defense or maybe the one after, he's out.
Yeah, I agree.
Push or shove. Ring of Honor releases going to, I guess you can answer separately, you can answer together. AEW or WWE?
We gotta do a tier list on this one. This will be a good one.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna want any more ROH people now that Vince strictly wants 2.0 people. So I think we had the last batch of ROH wrestlers in WWE that we're going to get. I do not want to see a big influx of them going to AEW again. When was the last time you saw Joey Janela?
Right.
So, I mean, their catering's pretty packed too. Again, YouTube shows don't count if we're going to say that we're this big of a show. Places like MLW, GCW, PWG, all these people need to start looking into picking up this talent. And yeah, I don't want them going to WWE.
I agree. like I said, the only person I want to go somewhere is Jay Lethal because he deserves a big spotlight.
Yes.
And
Gresham too. He deserves that.
Yeah, yeah. If AEW wants to, if they don't pick up Gresham, they definitely need to get him a program with Daniel Bryan. Like, at least give him like a month-long contract where it's just him and Bryan do a program.
100%.
But yeah, don't sign too many people because, like you said, there's so many people have just gone in AEW. Barely hear from them.
Yep. Sticking with ROH, push or shove, AEW or WWE should buy their video library, which also includes, was it the first All Out was the very first pay-per-view before it was like officially AEW.
Right. Does ROH has that?
They're the first ones because they used ROH's stuff and like they produced it.
Ah, okay. That was a smart call.
Is it All Out or All In?
All In.
Okay, yeah. So they own the first one of that.
That is very smart.
It is also, just to put some perspective on it, it's like the mid 2000 teens up until now.
Excuse me. If I was ROH, I would call Tony Khan and sell him All In. I would not sell it to WWE because that's just going to get buried. Yep. But sell everything else to WWE because they have more, they had more ROH wrestlers. I guess now they're slowly pushing them out, so now it's hard.
Yeah. Tony Schiavone says he sees an AEW streaming network in the next 2 years. I don't think I'd see a streaming network, but I also don't want them to tie into, I guess they'd be part of HBO Max because of the Turner stuff.
Right. That would be great. I still think Impact, ROH, New Japan isn't needed. They can keep their own streaming service, but Ring of Honor, Impact, AEW, and maybe MLW, if they've got the money, should get together, make a streaming service for wrestling, and distribute the profits based on who's watching what. And if nobody's watching your show, well, that's a sign. Maybe you do something bigger. Yeah. Because Fight TV or whatever it is we tried to watch Dynamite on or whatever, it just isn't working. Bleacher Report.
Yeah, Bleacher Report's awful.
Yeah. Okay. I think we can only stall for so long. So this segment, originally I had this tournament segment set up where we were going to break down the funniest blank in professional wrestling.
Okay.
To give credit where credit's due, I stole this from the New Day because they did what's the best television show in history. Can you guess who won the first one? Show?
I forgot it because I actually did follow that while we were at work. So
it was Dragon Ball Z.
That's right.
I think both Kofi's like favorite shows made it to the finals. Xavier Woods just raged the entire time. We are going to discuss the funniest professional wrestler in WWE history.
Oh.
So, quick shout out. Honorable mentions go out to Bobby the Brain Heenan. I didn't put him because I don't think he ever wrestled in WWE.
Just the one time in the Weasel costume.
That's right. Owen Hart, who many wrestlers will tell you he was very funny. And the New Day. I wanted so badly to put them in this, but that's 3 spots, and I think there are a lot of funny wrestlers I'd have to cut out if I put them all in.
Fair.
And also Tyler Breeze. I thought about putting Tyler Breeze in there too, but he's not in there. So, in this tournament, we've got a Sweet 16. We've got Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, Goldust, Chris Jericho, Daniel Bryan, William Regal, CM Punk, Edge, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Santino Morella, Kevin Owens, Stone Cold Steve Austin, R-Truth, Johnny Drip Drip, Booker T, and Christian.
Okay.
So originally we were going to have to, it'd be easier because we'd have, 2 out of 3 agree, right. But we're just going to have to find someone to agree like gentlemen. And if Knock comes back in time, he can definitely cast his vote. We can change it up. But
cool.
We're going to go ahead and push through this. And in the chat, let us know your vote. Let us know what you guys, who you think is the funniest. Be our third man for right now. be our Kurt Angle in this Shield. Speaking of Kurt Angle, that's actually the first matchup. Kurt versus... Let me see. Actually, I'm not going to use matchup mode because it screws up the screen. Kurt versus Eddie Guerrero. Who was funnier?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. Kurt in that cowboy hat. Eddie Guerrero. I think Kurt was funnier because Eddie was more crafty.
I get that. When I saw the matchup together, that's exactly what I thought. And I think Kurt Angle is... He's underratedly funny. Like, he can do any comedy segment, and it doesn't come off as cheesy. It's very good.
Eric, Mr. Nushi is going to change both of our minds really quick.
Oh, really? I have not... My chat hasn't updated on the stream.
Well, I'll just let you know, Mr. Nushi, if it's not Eddie, I unsub. Looks like Eddie Guerrero advances. Beautiful. Mr. Nushi, you are the funniest one on right now.
Oh, boy. Eddie, it's all right. Eddie going to round 2.
We're held hostage, Eric.
Damn these damn subs. We need it for that YouTube money. Next round. Goldust versus Chris Jericho. I'm automatically voting for Goldust.
Yeah, I'm going for Goldust too.
Yeah. And
Goldust and Truth.
Oh man, I love that. I followed that story so hard, and I thought they were gonna be like the next tag team champions. And then Breezango was the one that came out looking like roses and smell like roses and being great.
Yeah.
Next one we've got Daniel Bryan versus William Regal.
William Regal. William Regal is so smart about the business that every time he tries to make a joke, it just works. I think Daniel Bryan's comedy is Daniel Bryan's comedy, which is fine. It's just William Regal has some smart stuff in there.
That's a tough one. You know, I'm going to say I think Daniel Bryan's probably made me laugh harder, but I think William Regal's made me laugh more. But you're right. Daniel Bryan's comedy is definitely like his type, and I just think of like the skit he did with the Street Profits and Kevin Owens, where what did he say? He just said something stupid like out loud, and he was completely serious, and they even made Kevin Owens break, made him corpse. But he can be funny when he wants. But I think William Regal definitely made me laugh more, so I'll agree with you.
War games.
Next up, CM Punk versus Edge. Who's funnier?
I gotta go with Edge. I thought he was pretty hilarious. The kazoos, just everything. I like Edge.
Ooh, we might need a tiebreaker for this one because I think
you can sell me on it though. I'm not against Punk.
Okay, I enjoyed his witty. Like I guess it was like just that chunk where he was best in the world, the Summer of Punk. I thought he was really on the ball with his witty remarks for that one. But Edge was consistently funny, even as a heel.
Tiebreaker in the chat.
Who
Supersonic X says Edge.
Okay, I'm down with that. If you're in the chat, the first one to give their vote is the tiebreaker. So Supersonic X going with Edge. Let's go with Edge. All right, other side of the bracket, we've got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson versus Santino Morella.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give my reason for why I think Santino. I wish Santino and R-Truth were on different opposite ends of this bracket because I think they're the funniest two in the world. But I don't think there's ever been a Santino segment where I didn't laugh.
I'll say that too. I'll say Santino. The Rock, some of his stuff was more insult than it was like a cleverly written skit. And Santino, he knew what he was doing.
Right. And I mean, I'll give The Rock props. Attitude Era stuff. Some segments he had, they were written pretty nice. They were funny. He could play off certain interviewers, but Santino was a comedy character.
Yep. And he's the ultimate Bugs Bunny, man. Santino, come on.
He is. So, you're very good at attacking me from behind. Well, how about you attack me from behind, but in the front? Oh man,
It's a good Santino.
I wonder if his daughter's gonna be a comedy character. If she's just gonna try to go straight and serious. Like that's, she's got a tough act to follow.
Yep.
Next up, Kevin Owens versus Stone Cold Stunner, the men who use the stunner. Who's funnier?
I think KO, because a lot of the stuff Stone Cold did when he was trying to be funny was when he was a face or a heel, and I hated heel Stone Cold.
I'm gonna catch flack in the chat for this, but I respect Stone Cold. I agree that he's definitely one of the best wrestlers of all time. I've never been a huge fan of his though, so I don't know why it never clicked with me. I mean, like, him and McMahon, great, that's awesome, but everything before and after never entirely clicked with me. So I think I click with KO's comedy more, so I'll go with KO too. But he is definitely still one of the best wrestlers of all time.
Yes.
Next up, former tag team champions. I forgot what their tag name was. It was something creative, but R-Truth and John Morrison. Who's funnier?
Oh man, I gotta put these two together right away. I gotta stand by my guy Truth. I love him so much, man.
Agreed.
He could be on Bridgerton and I'd watch it.
He's great. He is absolutely great. He filled that comedy hole after Santino left, and he's amazing. Should go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I want to bring something up too. A lot of people give him shit on social media, especially silly younger other wrestlers who comment on how this is what you're doing. You used to be a champion in TNA and so forth, and now you're doing comedy skits. He responds, very R-Truth way, basically saying, "Yeah, it sucks making this much money, making people laugh." Look at comedy in general right now. There's not that many big comedy stars, but there's one comedy star that who is getting consistent paychecks, and actually the commercials are funny. Flo. Big doing improv and stuff around here, and there's only so many spots for comedy actors being there's no more like Eddie Murphy's anymore, so
right.
Someone like Flo reminds me of R-Truth, consistently doing good work, getting a paycheck, loving life. So there's that.
I agree, completely agree. And I mean, if you can make Brock Lesnar corpse during a segment, then you're obviously doing something right.
Yeah.
He's doing everything absolutely right. So good on him. I have a feeling he's definitely gonna make it past this next round. But Booker T versus Christian.
You can go first on this one.
I want to. That's a tough one. That's tough because I think this is a William Regal, Dan Bryan situation. I think Christian probably makes me laugh more, but Booker T, as Big E would say, he makes me laugh with my belly.
King Booker was so hilarious. I know everyone hated him, but he was the only reason I watched SmackDown during that time. Like, right. I loved King Booker.
And then attitude there at Booker too. He definitely had some good segments, some funny lines.
Yeah,
working with Goldust.
The supermarket segment with Stone Cold.
I'm gonna say.
But then Christian is still funny, like now when he makes digs at people in AEW. Like, he's pretty damn clever.
Right. Cast your vote in the chat. I think I'm gonna go Booker, just because. I think he blends the comedy so well with like serious characters, and his commentary. I mean, I don't know if you count commentary, but I did laugh at a lot of his commentary.
Yeah, I'll go with Booker. I think I enjoyed more comedy stuff from Booker. Edge is funny; he's great, but
Christian.
Yes,
have you heard that?
Been hanging on JR's cannabis farm.
I will give Christian props. I think the funniest thing he ever did was the one more match stuff. Actually, yeah, that was him, R-Truth, and Miz. That's probably my favorite Raw promo of all time, where they all just come out complaining about losing at Capital Punishment. I think it was. Such a great promo.
Yeah.
All right, semifinals. We've got Eddie Guerrero versus Goldust. Who was funnier?
Is Mr. Nushi getting a snack?
I don't think that threat's gonna work twice. You caved once. I thought Kurt Angle was gonna go further, but I caved once. I'm gonna say, and this is just Gold Dust. This isn't AEW Dustin Rhodes because that's different. I'm gonna say Gold Dust just because he was given more comedy stuff.
Yeah, I'll agree, and it helped put a lot of people over.
Yeah. All right. Eddie made it farther than I thought he would. Next up, Regal versus Edge. Who's funnier?
Oh man, this is a coin toss for me.
It is.
I'll go with whoever you say, whoever you think. I think they're tied actually.
Damn, Regal's making it further than I thought then, because I think I'd go with Regal. He worked really well when he was a very good straight man, and I think it's something that you have to appreciate.
Yeah,
I give it to Regal. Edge is hilarious, and especially during their podcast, the ENC podcast, they're very funny, and they had their own show on the network.
Yeah, very creative. William Regal just coming over from like WCW and stuff like that, and making like the man's man gimmick, like being able to roll with things, but then like understanding the business so well, like he's not discouraged by it, and then he just made it work so much in his WWE career.
Yeah, good on him. He's very multifaceted.
Yeah.
Next up, KO versus Santino Morella.
Santino. I gotta say Santino, man.
Yeah, Santino. Even his bad segments are still funny in some way.
Right.
And also, I this isn't KO's fault, but I get the feeling that they do overwrite for him sometimes. They try to make him funny, and it just doesn't come off properly.
And the thing with KO too, his timing is a little off sometimes. The perfect example of this is the long jeers from that sit down thing in the middle of the ring with Elias.
Oh yeah.
Where he made fun of was the Seattle's team. Like he didn't know to let the crowd ride. Like he kind of like jumped in right after and said his line.
Right.
But I get that every now and then when KO does comedy stuff.
Like, yeah, I remember thinking that he was trying to jump in. I was like, nah, you're not gonna override this. Just
right.
Just take a beat. Next up, R-Truth versus Booker T.
R-Truth.
Yep. I'm sure Booker would agree to that too.
Yeah. You can follow us by using our handles wherever. But follow R-Truth online. It is hilarious. He's a gem.
Absolutely. Gold Dust versus William Regal.
Oh man. I think in this instance it's Gold Dust.
Okay, I need to think about this because when did they ever stop being funny for you? Like, was it a point of like where they just didn't get booked? Like they just stopped being on TV, or they stopped being comedic? Like who's funnier? Who's funny longer? Is what I'm asking.
Who's funny longer? Well, they did try to make Goldust serious for a while. Probably Goldust, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I'll go with Goldust. I think I'll go with that. Can't hate that.
Goldust was good at what he did. Like a lot of his segments were like, I don't want to say potty humor, they weren't like that, but I mean there were a lot of like lowbrow spots, but like he knew how to like not make it turn into like potty humor and like really crap comedy.
Right. Were you a fan of the Tourette's bit that he did after he got electrocuted by Triple H?
Hated it. It should have been like one of those things that happened during the rest of the episode in a backstage segment. Okay, it's funny, he just got electrocuted, fine. But to actually make it Tourette's I hated that.
I wasn't a big fan of it. But I give him props for going on the Howard Stern show, the radio show. He did it. Like, he kept character, even as Howard Stern was asking him like the stupidest questions, like personal questions about like his divorce and like all that, and clearly making fun of him. But he kept it up, and he was very professional. So.
Oh wow.
If you check it out, it's on YouTube. But it's a weird interview. It's like, why are they just prodding this poor guy who's clearly trying to do his character?
Oh, poor Dustin.
Right. Next up, this might be, might be the hardest one, but we'll see. Santino, R-Truth, who was funnier?
I'm gonna say R-Truth just for the reasoning that he's been funny through different generations of humor. To be able to be that consistent and stay that funny, I think is just this crazy unmatched talent.
I'm going to need people to vote in the chat. I'm not gonna vote for Santino just yet, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate just to see.
Okay.
Could anyone else get a comedic moves like the Cobra over?
Could anyone else get over an imaginary friend?
Oh, that's a good one. I've never seen a comedy character who he almost won the Royal Rumble and he almost won the Elimination Chamber, and I think people would have been okay with that.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. This is a tough one. I really wish they were on opposite ends of the bracket because they both deserve to be finalists. Someone in the chat help me out. I am. Okay, I'll say this. I don't think R-Truth has ever had a bad comedic segment. Santina was a very poor taste, I think, after like the first appearance.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll go R-Truth. I'll agree with you.
Yes. That, folks, is what's up.
Yeah. I would much rather watch an R-Truth segment right now. If I could pick, I'd watch R-Truth right now than Santino. But damn, Santino should go in the Hall of Fame for his comedy.
He should. And look at the recovery R-Truth did after, what did he call, like, Green Bay, Milwaukee, or vice versa?
Yeah.
Like, he rolled with it.
I'll give him props. Lastly, the golden truth, R-Truth versus Goldust. Who is funnier?
I gotta stick with my guy. R-Truth, again, just year after year after year, just he just blends so well with different rosters. I hope they do more with him soon. They had him, like, he was gonna do a match against Austin Theory like a week or two ago on Raw, and instead he brought out Jeff Hardy. He was like, why don't you just fight? I don't know. Give R-Truth more screen time. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I mean, people would love it. You know, the only problem with doing that is that I'm 1000% that if they did that, R-Truth Mania would happen. And I'd love it.
Yes.
I would love it. He deserves a WWE Championship run. He got cheated at Capital Punishment. That was a terrible booking call. But
fucking terrible. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, R-Truth wins. R-Truth is the funniest WWE wrestler in history.
Yes, sir.
Can't be mad at that. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree? Do you think there's anyone who got cheated? Unfortunately, we did get blackmailed into pushing Eddie, but who knows? Who knows how far Kurt would have gone if we stuck to our guns?
Viva la raza. Love Eddie, though.
Love him. Zach, I'm going to let you make the call here. Obviously, I can't answer your questions because I set it up for you. Do you want to try and have the chat answer them, or do you want to just hold this off for another episode?
We can just hold off on it.
Okay. In that case, I do believe then all we've got left is promo school. If you have something that you want to challenge me to, I'll do my best.
Okay, I'll let you pick. Pick any horror icon to cut a promo on.
Okay. I will pick Freddy.
Okay, Freddy Krueger, one of the... Again, every series of horror has such a great first movie, and then they turn to something else. I love the whole franchise, even though Freddy Krueger turns into a stand-up comic, but
right,
I love it. All right, pay-per-view, Halloween Havoc, obviously, and yeah, you versus Freddy.
Alrighty. It's Halloween Havoc. And you know what the scariest thing I've seen tonight is? The fact that I've got to go against Freddy Krueger. And not because he's terrifying, not because he scares me to my core, but because this is a horrendous waste of time. Do you know what I could be doing right now? I could be going out to the clubs, hanging out with girls who are dressed like scantily clad women, but I wouldn't do that because I have a beautiful girlfriend at home. I would go home to her and I would stay home. But now I gotta waste time and I've got to fight Freddy Krueger? Freddy, if you need a match and some oil, I'll give it to you, because I promise you a burn would probably make your face look better. You look like a poster for abstinence. You look like why kids should wear condoms to avoid syphilis. There's nothing about you that's appealing to me. The only thing appealing about you is your skin. You need to back off, Freddy, because I don't care if you come in my dreams, if you come in my nightmares. I will put you to sleep. And I'm not talking about the gentle CM Punk lift you up, drop you on my knee. I mean, I will knock your ass out, punch for punch, put you to sleep. So stay in your lane, because Elm Street is not here. Elm Street's way over there. Go over there. Don't come over to me. This is my street, bitch. And sing.
Nice job. Vince Russo is going to book a aloe vera on a pole match.
Oh man.
Oh, good stuff.
Thank you. Oh man. Would you do us the honor of filling in for Knock and doing one of your own?
You know what? Since Knock bailed, he's got better things to do. He's got houses to visit for sweet candy daddy. Let's do it.
Alrighty. Who are you gonna do it on?
You can give me someone.
All right. How about Michael Myers?
Okay. Michael Myers. Once a year you come by for Halloween Havoc. Once a year you want a matchup against Laurie Strode. Laurie Strode's not here anymore. She's on the main roster. You're here stuck with me. And you know what, Michael? Halloween doesn't kill. I kill. Oh. I kill from bell to bell. Michael Myers, hey. Yeah, over here. All right. You come out in your jumpsuit and your white mask. You know what? Sorry, I was going to make a really bad joke.
You know what? I like it.
Oh, I'm broke. I'm sorry.
I really liked it. That was really good. The kill from bell to bell. That's really good. I'm glad that you're able to break yourself, because one day speaking on being funny, I do want to do a promo school where the challenge is all three of us just try to break each other in the promo.
Oh, I'm up for it whenever. And Eric, I'm going to say this right now. Knock is going to win the AEW World Title Tournament, Elimination, whatever fucking tournament that is going on right now. All you have left is Orange Cassidy, and he's being fed to Mox this week.
Oh, boy. Ooh.
Mox beat 10 in about 10 seconds. So with that being said, the Sunday, the weekend of Full Gear, Knock is going to get control of promo school. We're going to do whatever he wants for promo school. Since you had no chance with the people that were given to you, the week after that, promo school is all yours.
Alrighty. I appreciate that. This tournament was just off. I you know what? Knock needs to win this one, because I'm 90% sure that every tournament we do, he gets to choose everyone and he still loses. So he better win this one. If Orange Cassidy pulls it out and somehow goes against Hangman, then I don't know. Maybe Royal Rumble is his gimmick. Maybe that's where he shines, but not tournaments.
Oh, I'm looking forward to him.
Yeah, should be good. Do you have an MVP of the week? I have not watched enough wrestling to nominate anyone, so it's all you.
I will say Abaddon's oral surgeon.
There it is. Unfortunately, I don't have the graphic for that, but Abaddon's oral surgeon, you are the MVP of the week. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for bearing with us. Knock has been messaging us throughout. Unfortunately, it was just internet connections, but he will be back next week. He will be here.
Yes.
Zach will be hosting. Real quick, I'm just going to give a shout out again. Our last 3 episodes were amazing. This one I think was awesome too, but the last 3 are great. If you haven't seen them, check them out because SCW was on episode 78. 79, we just talked about the Friday Night Wars, and 80, LJ was on. Great batch. Check them out. Would love for those episodes to blow up because they are fun. Anything you want to promote, Zach?
If you're wondering what to do tonight with the rest of your Halloween, check out a Pop Talk. It's on the channel here. I just put it out with a bunch of suggestions, movies, books, and TV shows to watch. And leave me a comment to let me know on stuff to I watch. I'm going to watch a bunch of horror probably tonight and probably the next 364 days of the year. So definitely feed me some movies and TV shows to watch.
Very nice. Maybe you'll catch some more Guardians of the Galaxy streams probably tomorrow after I get home from work. I won't do one tonight because I don't want to oversaturate the channel tonight. But thank you guys so much. Have yourselves a great Halloween. Zach, where can they find us?
You can find us going door to door, daddy, trick or treating, if you will, dressed in polka dots, Halloween masks, or what have you, grabbing all the Snickers, daddy, all the sweet tots, the Starbursts, and egging and teeping houses that give those black and orange peanut butter disgusting candies, daddy.
Very nice. Very, very nice. The son of a plumber signed us out. Peace out, everyone. Thanks for joining us.